Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. And me and Don are back, and in this episode, we will be discussing the India versus South Africa T20 series. This is kind of a preview and a review kind of episode because we had the T20 yesterday and we have a T20 tomorrow, so we're in between day. Just a good discussion to have. Basically, South Africa leading the series 2-0, India 2-0 down. They have to come back, they have to win in Vizag, otherwise, the series is done. And South Africa, this is not an overnight thing. They've been playing this kind of cricket for 2 years, including the World Cup. Very unlucky not to make it to the finals. Semi-finals in that World Cup. Don, your initial thoughts on the series so far, and what is it gone through your expectation, or have you been surprised?
No, I mean, this has definitely surprised me. I expected South Africa to pose a challenge, but I did not expect them to win. So I honestly think both the games they were convincingly winning. India looked out of sorts. Maybe just when Bhuvi got the 3 wickets in the power play, you maybe felt that in the second game you maybe felt that they might capitulate from over there. But then the likes of Klaasen and Bavuma kind of just very beautifully placed that inning. And Klaasen's inning was absolutely class. I mean,
It
he
was
he
class.
barely he Klaasen's inning was class. Yeah, so fantastic to just watch, and good to see South African cricket come back from they've been dead and buried for a while now. To be able to see them, we spoke about it in the World Cup as well. They made a good showing of themselves, but to be able to then come in and do the kind of work that they've done and show India in India, which is not an easy place to go for India. I completely agree that some of the Indian top players are missing from be it Rohit, Virat or Bumrah. I mean, so that they are missing. But with that being said, I think this is a pretty solid Indian side, and I think that they'll be very, very happy with the way they've been performing. And they've asked everyone to channel up and take notice, and this South African side is not going to be a pushover anymore. They've had a few years like that, but this is now a side that's ready. This is a side that is without some players as well. They have some players like Markram has not played. You've seen who else? Like they
Quinton
have
didn't play the last game.
Quinton then play the last game. Markram hasn't played because of COVID and stuff like that. They have like the likes of Stubbs and everything. So they have a good solid core of 15,
And then
15
they
to
have
17 players
Brevis in the next 3-4 years.
in the next 3 years coming in as well. So they have a lot of good players. Rusi van der Tussen he's been playing, but he's one of those guys that we've all been talking up. He has an incredible skill set. I think it's just a matter of him now putting it to paper, and he has the capability to do that.
Vinay is in the house. No hi, no hello, but it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Vinay. I hope you have a great, wonderful day. Hopefully, we'll see you in a few months. Me and Don will celebrate after a few months.
Few
But
months.
Vinay is asking straight away, should they still back Gaikwad? Yeah, he's also saying there's Jansen. Yes, Jansen is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don, I have a big answer for this, but go for it.
I know that it's like we've already been speaking about how players perform in the IPL and then struggle in the international scene. You've seen that time and again, and I think Gaikwad is also victim to one of those kind of situations. With that being said, you don't have another option right now. Who are you going to play with? You don't have a backup opener, so to say. So you have to stick with Gaikwad. The series is already on the line. Just stick with what you have and see if they can kind of up their game, because that's what it's at. That's where it's at right now. They are upping your game because this is a solid side. Gaikwad, we know he's capable. The people who are struggling, for example, Avesh is kind of struggling. Harshal has not looked his prime best. He has been giving a few runs. Chahal is surprisingly struggling a lot as well. I expected a little bit more from him, but they maybe try Kuldeep, maybe give a few options, whatever is available to
Kuldeep is
them.
out.
Kuldeep is out for the series, sorry, and KL is also out. So you don't need not that many options back, that are available. Maybe unless you want to try and bring someone in, I don't know who you're going to bring in, but Akshay Patel has looked a little bit out of sorts as well, which is surprising because he usually performs better in Indian surfaces and Indian pitches. Rishabh Pant is looking a little bit, the captaincy pressure is starting to show a little bit, which is expected. He's a young captain. I still will back him for 100%. But these are kind of the situations that he'll learn from. So kind of just give these youngsters a little bit more rope and then give them and see what they got.
I honestly, in terms of should they still back Gaikwad, to be honest, I know Vin is asking this question. He never said that. He's never said this statement, but I've heard a lot of people in different, not just friends groups, in proper like media outlets, proper journalists, ex-players, and everything saying that you need to go with young team, you need to go pick Gaikwad, and this is I'm talking about before the Dubai World Cup. Also, Gaikwad should go instead of Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, he should have gone. Gaikwad should have gone. Venkatesh Iyer should have gone, right? So now he's there. You have to back him because you're you're saying back youngsters, but then you go. This is the problem is not the youngster or the senior. The problem is they're like done after the IPL, overcooked. And every time they have a series or a World Cup after the IPL, India performs badly. I haven't seen India perform well in a long time after World Cup. Even if they go to a semi-finals, they go and lose that semi-finals. And it's fatigue and everything. And the thing with Gaikwad is that he just started his Indian career. And this is the series. I have no problem India losing this series 4-0, 5-0 because it gives the Gaikwad and Rishabh Pant and Ishan Kishan, not Rishabh Pant, but the youngsters, the experience of playing proper international fast bowling or bowling to international batsmen, and the level is completely different compared to the IPL where you have 4 or 5 loose overs or like a weaker batsman coming in. This is top standard cricket. So if you're going to lose, it's okay. That's how you learn, right? You think the South African team didn't lose in the beginning? Remember how much they used to lose? They had Rabada at that time also. Rabada lost a lot of games. That's how he learned. He became a better bowler. Nokia lost a lot of games. Klaasen, I remember, he's been there for a while. Van der Dusen has been there for a while. It took them time to build this team. So if you, it depends on what kind of structure you want to go. You want to go with senior players like how Australia go, or you want to go with young players like how South Africa, Pakistan do. Go with that kind of situation, and then you stick to it, and then you go with that. It's very easy. Like now you're blaming Gaikwad. In 6 months' time, you're going to be blaming Rohit Sharma, saying you need to kick him out. What is he doing?
Yeah, that's going to happen. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, it is a phase. It is the IPL is going to be tricky. It's always going to be a situation where what after, you know, and the IPL is only going to get bigger and better. You know, so you're going to have to, the Indian team as a thing will start to struggle. They're going to have to create some kind of structure where I don't know what they're going to do, but they'll have to focus and try to figure out what they can possibly do, because this is going to happen more often than not. And how they're going to come out of it, how Indian cricket is going to be prioritized over the IPL is something that is going to get harder and harder as the years go by, because you're seeing 107 crores for media rights. You know, 107 crores per game. That is what the TV and digital people are spending to televise one game. So that's always going to be priority. You know, so how they're going to come out of that, how they're going to show Indian cricket in good light.
Then you have to accept the fact, which I've already accepted, that your Indian team performance will get hampered. You have to accept it. I accepted it. I went to Dubai with expectations that India is going to be in the semifinals, but then I understood, like, listen, they're giving IPL priority. It's fine. That's their choice. The money is involved in everything. But then you can't expect India to win tournaments, because with this, the amount of talent India has, they should be winning way more trophies. When was the last time they won a trophy, bro? 2013? They should have won at least 4 or 5 trophies with that kind of talent. Look, Vinay is saying Venkatesh Iyer should give another chance. This is all well and good. But these are the same people. Venkatesh Iyer had extremely poor IPL. Extremely poor IPL. You know, Deepak Hooda, which team was he in? He was decent here and there, nothing. You can try them, no problem. But like
Lucknow, bro, Lucknow.
Yeah, he was in Lucknow, sorry. So you pick your players, you back them. I think Gaikwad, the reason why I'm saying, because he was talked about a lot and he actually did well in the IPL. Give him a longer rope and and look, also Indian cricket is completely different. You have the pressure. You know that in IPL you're going to play 14 games no matter what. If you're a Gaikwad or a Venkatesh Iyer, Indian team, you know there's all these players Vinay is mentioning breathing down your necks. The pressure is completely different. The standard of cricket is different, so it takes time. So whoever comes in, it will take time. I honestly don't mind a series like this where you're trying youngsters, but expectations you have to keep a bit low.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, losing the series, like you said, is not a problem, but learning from it is what is critical.
I'd rather lose the series than make it to the finals and win the World Cup, right? You'd rather lose that's how you're going to try. How are these players going to go to the World Cup? You know, what's going to happen is if Rohit Sharma doesn't perform, we're going to say, oh, you need to take a youngster, you need to back youngsters. But how will they perform if they haven't got experiences like this, right?
Yeah.
Double-edged sword. It's very convenient to say that, oh, the youngster is inexperienced, oh, the guy is too old. It's a double-edged sword. Whoever's in form, you back him. Australia won the World Cup with 33, 34 age. Before that, West Indies won, average age was 25, 26. So it depends.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Any changes that you would like to see? You'd like to see Umran Malik bowling in the...
Sure, absolutely. I think, the Harshal and Avesh have struggled. Maybe Umran for Avesh is an option. Chahal has struggled, but I don't know. You don't really have a backup spin option that's available there as
Ravi
well. Bishnoi, maybe Bishnoi, give Bishnoi a shout.
More of an all-spinner, isn't he?
Huh? He only brings it in all the time. So yeah, so that's an option to consider. Then you maybe a Venkatesh Iyer up for Gaikwad, but I think you can try whatever you want to try, but I mean I don't think that's going to change too much in the results. Maybe Umran Malik will go for 50 runs in his 4 overs. Maybe he'll pick up 4 wickets. You really don't know, So it's a two-edged sword with Umran Malik. He will also have nerves, like you said. Indian cricket's very different ball game altogether. But yeah, try out a couple more things. Maybe give one or two people a shout because the series are on the line. You win this one, you're still in it. But if you lose this one, then it's over. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose a 5-match series with 3 match with the 2 matches left. So yeah, give it all you got, and the law of averages will eventually take place, and you will win a game. But they have been winning. They have been winning a fair amount of T20s. Yeah, tried a couple things. I would go with Imran, and I would go with maybe Venkatesh Iyer up top, maybe.
Yeah. Vin is asking, are we saying no Venkatesh or Huda for the World Cup?
Venkatesh Iyer and Huda, I don't think have a scope for this World Cup.
Venkatesh Iyer, we could keep him as backup for
Hardik, but I think Jaddu, Shardul, these are probably better bets.
Yeah, I mean, you can always have him. The thing is with Hardik Pandya, man, like even told you at that time, I don't know on what basis you're saying he's the best all-rounder in the world. The problem is he's not fully fit, man. Still, he's not fully fit. Whatever he did for Gujarat, but he's not fully fit. Like, to be very honest with you, he's a class finisher, extremely good batsman, but he needs to be fully fit. The main thing he has to work on is his fitness. He's bowling 1-2 overs. He's giving 18, 20 runs, not because he doesn't have the talent, it's because the guy is not fit.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And I think he has to work on that, on his fitness. And if he doesn't, then you might need Venkatesh Iyer as a backup in the World Cup, or you can go with a Thakur, like you said. Shardul Thakur is decent. Then you have Jadeja, Washington Sundar, and these guys. So it's tough because then who are you going to drop for Huda? Like the Surya Kumar still there to come, the Rohit Sharma to come, Virat Kohli to come.
Yeah, it's Huda is very hard for Huda. I also think, like you said, Venkatesh Iyer also is going to be hard because I think Jaddu will be given priority as the all-rounder behind Hardik, and then they'll change it up a little bit with the spinning options. Ash is there. Should not be forgotten. Should not be discounted. I'm surprised he's not in this T20 side. He would have added some value. I think Akshar Patel might miss out. There are a few people that will miss out for sure. Bhuvi will probably make it. I think Bumrah and Shami will come back. So maybe Avesh will probably get dropped for sure. I think Harshal might make it still because Harshal has had a few good seasons now. He is looking a little bit susceptible in this series so far. But everyone has a few bad games. But if he can come back and turn that around and just get his dead bowling back in order, I think the dead bowling is his strength, and he will probably. I still think that Harshal Patel is going to struggle moving forward. I think he's not going to have as an amazing series or a few past seasons that he's had. He's going to, because people are going to understand him better. People are going to understand the way he bowls and stuff. There's a lot of data available to kind of figure out his style, his technique, and everything. So it's going to get harder for him. So he's going to have to come up with new things in the book.
Yeah.
We talked about that with Rashid Khan. It's a similar kind of situation with Harshal Patel as well.
Yeah. Also, Yuzvendra Chahal for India hasn't given he's been a bit down recently, but I still feel that in Australia he's going to be very effective with the big grounds, and I'd like to see him flight the ball a bit more. I know in India it's a bit difficult, but in Australia with the big grounds, I'd like to see him flight the ball.
Yeah, I still think Yuzi is your best spinning option at this point in time.
Yeah, there are 100%. Like it's just that maybe just try something a bit different. In Australia, it'll be different as well, right? Like,
and you'll have only option of only one spinner in your because you're going to go with 3 or 4 fast bowlers.
Variations, not like spinner. Like he should try like with this variation.
No, I agree, and I think, but I kept saying in Australian pitches you'll only go with one, so it'll be either Yuzi or Kuldeep or Bishi. I don't think
along
it's
with Jadeja, you're saying.
Yeah, along with Jaddu or Ash, depending on who they go with that in that front.
Yeah, and Don, one last topic we're going to talk about, a very emotional topic. Rahul Dravid as coach, 7. Against South Africa, it's been 7 losses, 1 win, bro. If this was Ravi Shastri, he's alcoholic, he's looking at girls, he's clubbing, he's pubbing, he has whiskey at left hand, he has whiskey in right hand, he wants on the rocks, he's ready for going to Ireland, this, that. Now, please
It's the person's reputation that precedes himself. Unfortunately, Rahul Dravid has been the
You're judging book by cover.
I
Not you.
I
I'm
have
just saying.
no disrespect for Ravi Shastri. I think, like I said, Ravi
We
Shastri.
all did. We all did.
I have no disrespect for him. I think that I genuinely still think that he was not the right coach for Indian cricket. But Indian cricket did decently well under him. You have to respect that. You have to say that. And I've made fun of him, and so has everyone in this world. He himself has come out in the open and said, "As long as we are winning, I don't care if you make fun of me," which
No,
is
no, of course. And he's
heroic.
made mistakes. I've criticized openly. It's not like, yeah, I've criticized openly. But that's not my question.
With Rahul Dravid, I think that he's getting to a point where he's going to have to quickly fix this. I completely agree. But he hasn't gotten a full strength Indian side to play with. He's always played with second-hand Indian sides. There was only probably one series or two series where he's really gotten the full set, and those are the series that they won. So when he's going to have a downgraded Indian side, then you have to treat he's barely played with Virat, Rohit, Bumrah, these guys. He's whatever 7-8 games that he's been in charge of, he's barely played with them. When you give him a full strength, you give him a full strength T20 side, and then you talk to him about it. Like say for
He has the
this
power
World Cup.
to get a full strength.
That's what I'm saying. Now, this World Cup is probably going to be a good test. It's because I feel like all the big guys will play in the World Cup. So this World Cup will be a litmus test not only for the players but for Rahul Dravid as well. And that's going to be the final decision after that. Like let's say then criticism will start. But I think he has a rope till the World Cup at least to kind of just build a team, build a core of 18 players, and then choose whatever 15, 16 that we will be allowed at that from them, and then take them into the World Cup, win the World Cup, get to the semis, get to the finals, whatever it is, whatever the challenges will come. But you cannot have another World Cup that they had. They cannot get out of the group stages. They cannot do that. If that happens, criticism will be on the players and on the coach as well, equally.
Yeah. No, I think like you have a point over there in terms of the squad and everything, but I think that he has the power also. Like he can speak to Rohit Sharma, he can ask which players to play, which not to play. I think he has a role in that. So, and also like these kind of the players that you have in these home conditions, you have a good team. It's not like you still have Bhuvneshwar Kumar, you have Chahal, you have Pandya, you have Pant, you have experienced players as well. So I think with that he can make the most of it. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's taking time to understand the system. And also, don't forget, these are players that he's also coached, like the likes of Rishabh Pant, Ishan Kishan, Avesh Khan. He's coached these guys. So he has to try to get the best out of them. I think the pressure is on him, because now I've seen other outlets, journalists, media people also criticize a bit, because it's a results business at the end of the day. And for me, it's I think he hasn't had the best of starts, and he's done poorly. But the major problem I has that if somebody else, he would have think, but like you said, it's the reputation. So that might give him a longer rope, but hopefully he can, because I expect him to do well with this kind of team, because he's played with these players. Coached these players. So let's see what happens. Just like you said, the World Cup will be his biggest test. We can't judge until that.
Yeah. You got to give him a year at least.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Your prediction for tomorrow?
I think India will win tomorrow.
It's in your neighboring city.
In my neighboring city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Vizag.
Yeah.
I've been to Vizag. Nice coast, and fishing is there.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hot tomorrow, though. It's gonna be humid tomorrow.
Monsoon season there.
Yeah, but I still think it'd be humid tomorrow. Like it's still in the early part of June, right? So.
Yeah. Let's see how the game goes. Thank you so much for joining me, Don. I will catch you very soon, and have a good rest of the day.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Take care.